Jackson Show. With Flip's guests, Joan Rivers, Mahalia Jackson, and his special guest, George Goebel. And now, here's Flip.
George! You knock it off, George. Hi, y'all. Since a lot of kids watch our show, as a public service, we'd like to alert them to one of the dangers they might encounter as along life's path they stroll. For example, now, it's not unusual for a young person to be at a carnival or county fair, right? I mean, generally, we think of this as clean, wholesome entertainment. But there's a possibility that they might find themselves being drawn towards a man saying, "Step right up, play the game that's impossible to lose. Everybody wins. Find out where the little green pea is, and Lady Luck will smile on you. Oh, yeah." Well, watch out for this kind of guy because they'll rob you. Take everything you got. Try to show you what I mean. Watch this. How you doing there, soul brother?
Fine.
Yeah, what's soul brother doing? All right. You have a nice innocent face, you know? I bet you're good at games.
Well, I just guess I am.
Yes, you guess you are. Say, did you ever play the shell game?
No, sir, I haven't, but I've always wanted to. I've been saving up my allowance until I can afford it.
Yeah, your allowance. How much have you saved?
$47,992.
Yeah. Well, look, now, you're gonna like this game. This is a great game. Now, see, all you have to do is guess which shell the little green pea is under. It's under one of these. Now, see, you make a little wager, and then I match it, and if you guess, you win. Now, you got 2-1.
Yeah, well, it sounds easy enough. I can't hardly wait.
Okay.
You know what I do? I'll just wager $5.
Yes, he gonna wager $5. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna lay my 5 on top of yours.
Okay.
Okay, gotta give him a little jibe before I take his 5. Watch out there. Woo! Now, it's under one of them. Now, you gotta guess where it's at. Okay.
Well, I'll say that one.
You say that one. Now, so, brother, since I said you was all right, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't want to take your money. Now, I'm going to give you a chance to make another choice. You said that one. Now, if you want to change it, I'm going to let you change it.
No, I'll say that one.
You say that. You're going to stick to that one.
I'll stick to that one.
Okay, that's the one you want.
Okay.
Well, I'm very sorry about that. You lose. Take a look at it there.
That's hard to believe because I could have sworn... What are you talking about? I win. I win.
Say, you want to try one more time, double or nothing?
No, I'd like to, but I got to get back to my booth. I'm Merlin, the mind reader.
Yeah, that's how he won. Other than that, it would have just had to have been a lucky guess.
Pardon me, sir. Could you tell me the way to the chicken soup stand?
What's the hurry, lady? Why don't you win now and eat later? I mean, you can pay for dinner with the money that you drag off here. All you have to do is guess which shell the little green pea is under.
No, peas, no, I never touch them. I'm on a diet. No starch.
Look, you have a 2-1 chance of winning. You pick one out of the 3, and if you win, you got it. Buy dinner on me.
Well, you take Israeli bonds?
In this case, I will make an exception.
Okay, then I'll bet you 1 Golda Meir.
1 Golda Meir. Well, I'm going to have to match that with 2 Jomo Kenyatas. Okay, let's hear your voice. Make your choice. Watch out. Where's it at?
This one.
That one. You say that one.
That little one.
You don't want to take another chance?
No, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. Then, You lose. Look for yourself.
I win! Great! Now I can plant more trees.
You know, y'all, sometimes I think we just can't beat them.
Hi.
Didn't I see you here last Sunday?
That's right. I come to the kiddie park every Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Leroy, stop choking that duck! Choking the duck over there.
I saw. How many kids do you have?
Well, one, but he eats like 3. How many do you have?
5.
Boys or girls?
So far. Sarah, don't stand in the fish pond. Look. Okay, I'm watching Johnny. Yeah, I said, very nice. Yeah, very good. Did you see him ring that bell?
That kid got rhythm.
He's something.
Yes.
He really is.
My name is Jackson. See, I'm divorced, and this is my day with the kid, you know?
I don't believe in beating around the bush. My name is Mulberry. I'm divorced, too. Welcome to the club.
Yeah. What do you do for a living, Mulberry?
I'm an aerospace engineer.
A coincidence.
Are you an aerospace engineer?
No, but I'm out of work, too. In fact, I had to give my old lady half of my unemployment.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know. My wife took the house, the furniture, the car, the cat, the dog, and the kids.
What did you get?
Something I always wanted, peace and quiet. My wife took everything but my bowling ball. Luckily, I had that in my mother's name. You know, I don't like to pry, but what went wrong with your marriage?
Well, she accused me of being immature. She said I was immature because I pasted comic books on the bathroom ceiling so I could read while I was gargling my throat.
She's dumb. You know what? My wife charged me with incompatibility.
Really?
I tried to be compatible, but she always had a headache.
Leroy, get away from that birthday party. They know you're not in their family. Was there another man?
Yep, my mother-in-law. How do you like living alone?
It's rough. Especially when I think of all the stuff I went through that I wouldn't have had to go through if I hadn't married her in the first place.
I get up every morning, reheat last night's coffee, have some burnt toast, and leave without a kiss. Same as when I was married.
I sure do miss my wife's cooking, though.
Say, I got a great recipe for devil's food cake. And nothing personal, you understand.
That's one moment.
Freddie, get away from that drinking fountain. Can't you see the sign? It says polluted. I go out now and then, but nothing serious. You know what kills me? The small talk.
Yeah? Well, the kind I go out with don't talk too much. In fact, I was out with a chick 3 weeks ago, and I asked her if she was enjoying my company, and she said, "Who were you with?" I always have problems with them, but I told Shirley, as she walked out of the door, I told her, I said, "You're just mad because you married me for my money and you got cheated."
Hey, would you like to see a picture of my ex?
Yeah.
That's Helen right there.
Yeah. Who's the guy standing beside her?
That's her lawyer. You know, he helped her to take everything but this picture.
Yeah, here's Shirley's picture. Look at what she wrote at the bottom of the picture. "If you had really loved me, you would have married somebody else."
You know, I read an article that said single men don't live as long as married men.
But the single men don't care. You know what keeps married men alive longer? It's the nagging. That's right. They get used to it, and they just stare at it, and then they can just hold you up. Keeps you... I don't know. Well, I guess I better take Leroy home. Maybe Shirley will invite me in for dinner. She's fixing ribs today. Yeah, Shirley makes the best ribs in the world, Mulberry. Well, I guess I'll take Leroy. Hey, Leroy, let's get our hats. Yeah, well, if I were you, Mulberry, I'd do the same thing.
You know, you're right.
Come on, Leroy, let's go now.
That's a very good idea. Come on, kids. Hey, do you think she'll have enough ribs for all of us?
That's 2, Mulberry. Come on. While hosting the Tonight Show, a very funny lady and dear friend, Miss Joan Rivers.
Do you like the boots? The truth. No, because they were given to me by a Nazi hairdresser, Mr. Heidi. And this whole thing is very strange. This is the new length, which I think the men are happy because it went up. But I miss the midi, don't you? Nothing. No. For a woman that worked, it was great because you only had to shave up to here. It was very convenient. The men hated it because the first time I bought me a midi coat, and my husband went crazy. And he was screaming, "Why the midi coat? Why the midi coat?" So I figured, give me an excuse, right? I said to hide my ugly legs. He went out, he bought me a midi hat. But this is knickers, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah, that. Oh, don't bother. No, these are hot pants for ladies that have cooled off. Hot pants because I had them on, and I said to the sales lady, "What do you think?" And she says, "Great." She said, "Your veins look just like fringe." But when you reach a certain age, you should not wear certain, right? I'm starting to get so old. Oh, I shouldn't have mentioned. My kid called me grandma today. Do you know how that hurts? Last night I was getting undressed. You want to talk about getting old? A peeping Tom looked in the window, took a look, pulled down the shade. You know when you're getting old when you're a woman? When you get up in the morning with no makeup. You go in the bathroom and look in the medicine chest mirror. Frightening? Frightening? I got up this morning, I went in that bathroom, I looked in the medicine chest mirror, I went, "No! No! No!" Then I realized the medicine chest door was open. I still try, but see, my husband doesn't care. Because men like young women, right? Doesn't that kill you? No, sure, animal. No. My husband, Edgar, I said, women are like wine. The older we become, the better we become. Lock me in the cellar. You know what he always says? He always says, "Why can't you look like you looked when we first got married?" Right? Because I'm not pregnant. But my wedding night was a disaster. I came out of that bathroom. He took one look at me, called Ralph Nader. The man just see, because things change, right? You're married, isn't it true? Yeah. How long are you married? 14 years, exactly. See, no, in the beginning it's great. Beginning you had a little black nightgown, a little perfume. Remember those days? You run around, you play games. Catch me, catch me. Catch me. I'm married 6 years. We still play catch me, but we walk. The attitude is catch me. Can I catch you tomorrow? Sure. Catch you. My husband doesn't dress up. I would dress up more. You want to hear a story? My husband doesn't. We were married 4 weeks. 4 weeks. My husband came to the dinner table in his undershirt. You're shocked, aren't you? I said to him, "Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Go back and put on shorts." Not for my sake, for mother's. What's the matter with you? They're going to throw us out of McDonald's. But actually, that was was the best one. Actually, my marriage is working out. Isn't yours? What's your name? Olive, right? It's working out, you know. We still sleep in a double bed, Olive, you know. Single sheets. But, no, the only bad thing is my husband isn't jealous. Because after you reach a certain point, I pretend I was having an affair. Did you ever try that? Olive, it worked. We're lying in bed. I'm pretending I'm talking in my sleep, right? I'm saying things like, no, Tim, it's not right. It's not right. It's just not right. Next morning, my husband left me a note. Tell Tim it's all right. You know what they like? They like nurses. That's their little short skirts and white sexy shoes. Squeaker, squeaker, squeaker. You know, see, because nurses cater to men. Did you ever watch it, right? Did you ever watch a nurse with a man? It's a whole different thing, huh? Semi-private. One other rub down there. Let a woman ask for help. Nurse, please. The pills and hurry. Here, catch. But the men like them because they're built. I'm flat. Oh, Olive. No pussy. The last girl in my school to get a brassiere. Never leaves you. How old were you when you got your bra? The truth about Olive. 7. Yeah, the most popular girl in my class, a girl named Carmen Abramowitz. Got her bra in the 3rd grade. Do you know what I'm telling you? One day, nothing. The next day, ba-bum! Girl couldn't see her own Crayola box. And the guys liked her, sure. Me, the guys didn't spit at. Well, actually they did. But I never went to my prom. We were holding our senior prom in the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. Isn't that great? And I was head of the decorating committee. We had decorated the entire grand ballroom to look just like a gymnasium. And I was... We had done it all in the school colors, which were black. And I'll never forget... No prom night. Prom night, no date, Olive. Remember sitting in my parents' kitchen sobbing. Saying to my mother, Mom, what's wrong with me? My mom, a very sensitive woman. You'll love her. I'm going to pass her among you later. She said, look, lump, you want to go to your prom that much. You dry your eyes. We'll have your cousin take you. Do you know the humiliation? Do you know what it's like to go to your senior prom with your cousin? Everyone will say, look, the lump's with her cousin. Lump couldn't get a date. She's with her cousin, and my cousin didn't want to take me. She had her own date. The whole thing...
Yeah. Just broke out in another spot. Now, you know how we're going to do this? I'll start it off with the introduction, and I'll do the introduction right at the very beginning and get that out of the way.
That's the best way. Just get the introduction out of the way and get into the tune.
And then we're going.
Right, we're going. Here we go.
Ho-de-lay, ho-de-lay, ho-de-lo.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
If you really
I like that.
I'll do it again for you if you want.
One more time.
Ho-de-lay, ho-de-lay, ho-de-lo. I told you that I loved you, and you said that is good. I thought now you gone and left me, and I don't know where you're at. You done stomped upon my heart and mashed that sucker flat. You done stomped upon my heart, you tore it all apart. Sweetheart, you just sorta stomped on my aorta. Started stepping out with guys I've built this 50 apart. And every step you took was to stomp upon my heart. You know, Flip, I didn't know that you could play.
I'm not playing, I'm serious.
How they gonna start playing then?
Oh, yes. I had a problem with a girl once about stomping on heart. She said I stomped on her heart.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said, you stomped on my heart, now I'm gonna stomp on your wallet. She said, you're not gonna get away, you're gonna pay for this. And she took me before the judge, and I told the judge the same thing that I told her in the beginning.
Now, what did you tell her?
I told you that I loved you, and you said that is good. I called you my darling, and I always thought I would. But now you've gone and left me, and I don't know where you're at. You done stomped upon my heart and mashed that sucker flat. You done stomped upon my heart, you broke it all apart. Sweetheart, you just sort of stomped on my aorta. You started stepping out with guys I felt just ripped apart. And every step you took was a stomp upon my heart. Yodelay, yodelay, yodeloo. Yodelay, yodelay, yodeloo. Yodelay, yodelay, yodeloo. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Mahalia Jackson.
Gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. Daddy, want no more, and I ain't go. Daddy, want no more, Daddy, want no more, la la. Daddy, want no more, Daddy, want no more. Daddy want no more, la la. Daddy want no more. Yeah, gonna put on my golden crown down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna put on my golden crown down by the riverside. Daddy will want no more. Daddy want no more, Lord. Daddy want no more, Lord, Lord. You don't want no more, Lord. Daddy want no more. Daddy want no more, Lord, Lord. Daddy, no more, no more. Well, I'm gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside. Daddy, no more, no more.
Can I help you, handsome stranger?
Yes, young lady.
Anyone that calls me young lady gets anything he wants.
Really? Well, I wanted a little gift for a young lady who deserves a big gift.
Well, what do you have? Do you have anything particular in mind?
Yes, but not until after I give her the gift.
What's the occasion?
No particular occasion. It's for my girlfriend, Gloria. I call her Glorious Gloria. Well, she's the only one who ever has her own cab fare.
Would you tell me something like, what is she like?
Well, actually, I don't know. We haven't had too many conversations.
Sure. Woo! One of those physical relationships, probably a lot of hugging and kissing.
Yes. Well, don't lose your cool.
Don't lose your cool. You sound just like my mother. Don't lose your cool. Don't show him you care. Show who you care. What who? Show who. There is no who. There is no one. You know I'm telling you, there is no one. If you only knew what I went through. Do you see anything in I mean, in the way of jewelry.
Well, I was looking for something unusual, exciting, and easy to pawn.
Earrings. How about earrings? Does she have pierced ears?
No, but she got a bone in her nose.
Woo! Then you'll only need one.
Yes.
Of course. How about this solid gold cockroach? That'll get her right where she lives.
You been there? How much is that?
$12.
$12. You gonna sell me a jive cockroach for $12? Ridiculous. $12 for a cockroach? I mean, it's really not a matter of money. I mean, well, Gloria deserves more than a cockroach. I mean, I want to take her something, so when she sees it, she'll say, Freddie, you better cut that out.
Then you had better speak to Mr. Butterworth. He handles all our more expensive merchandise.
Yeah.
Just a moment. Miss Butterworth! Miss Butterworth! We have a live one! A live one!
Oh, there, Miss Needleman. I'll handle this. Be back in 5 minutes.
Oh, great. I can go to the dentist.
Say, weren't you in here just a couple of weeks ago to buy something for a Lucille?
That's right. That's Gloria's sister.
And last week for a girl named Mildred?
That's a cousin.
What if Gloria finds out?
She did. That's why I'm in here.
How about a hat pin?
No, I can't give her anything she could use as a weapon. No, Gloria goes for the eyes.
You know what I do? Every year I give my wife a charm for her bracelet.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only charm she has. Now, how about the... Oh, have I got it. The famous ruby of Aconcagua. It's called the Ruby of Lovers.
The Ruby of Lovers. Is that more valuable than the Ruby of Begonia?
There is no comparison. There is a famous legend connected with this ruby.
Oh, what was the name of that other place?
Aconcagua.
Yeah.
Legend has it that many, many moons ago, a beautiful Aztec maiden named Acafu.
Acafu? She doesn't sound like an Aztec to me.
Her father traveled a lot. Anyway, there she was, in the moonlight, in the forest, in the bushes, in the dark.
In the moonlight, in the forest, in the bushes, in the dark. You better cut that out.
There she waited for her lover, Akabu.
Akabu, I heard of him before.
Yeah. The tribal law said it was taboo for Akafu to be out that late.
Akafu had a curfew?
Curfew was her uncle.
This is ridiculous.
The lovers kept their rendezvous, but warriors captured the lovers and subjected them to the fire torture.
The fire torture, man. Yeah. What was that like?
Well, for 2 days and 2 nights, they stood locked in close embrace.
Last chance, huh?
And the heat of their love burned them up. But all that was left was this ruby.
Oh.
Shall I wrap it up?
No, that's all right. I think I'll take the cockroach, and Gloria and I will start a legend of our own.
I already bought your paper.
I stopped because I wanted to try to see if I could get you to take me to Riverside Hospital to see the doctor.
I'm sorry I'm not facing that way. Would you like to go to Mount Sinai Hospital?
See, my doctor's at Riverside. See, I got a bad appendix and I gotta get to the doctor.
Why didn't you say so? Wait, I'll unlock the door.
Why do you keep the doors locked?
Are you kidding? I've been robbed 3 times. Tonight.
Oh, boy.
Could you keep it down, please? I can't hear the roller derby.
Sorry, sir.
Sir?
I was looking at your picture.
You sure you want to go to Riverside Hospital? I mean, it's none of my business, but I take a lot of fares there. Very few back.
I'm in agony, lady. I don't know how much longer I can last. Any breath may be my last.
Ah, please. I can see it coming. Another 10-cent tipper. Come on, drive it or sell it. Men drivers.
I should have had this appendix taken out a long time ago.
Listen, why are you holding on to that side? Your appendix is on the left.
It is? The doctor said it was on the right.
Who are you going to believe? Your doctor or someone who's been driving a cab for 20 years? Hey, would you mow the truck? The light ain't going to get any greener. Same to you, buddy.
Don't start a fight.
I knew your mother.
Please, don't start a fight.
How would you like a punch in the mouth? Uh-oh, here he comes.
You started a fight.
Oh, don't you be afraid. You can beat him.
I'm not going to fight anybody.
Aren't you going to protect my honor?
Not if it involves fighting a 200-pound truck driver.
Why not? You're going to the hospital anyhow.
Now then, who's gonna punch who in what mouth? Just get out of that cab and fight like a man.
He's talking to you. You're liberated.
Aren't you going to uphold my honor?
I wish you could have waited until after I had my appendix taken out.
You know what? That ain't your appendix. Your appendix is on the other side.
She said it was on this side.
Who are you gonna believe, a cabbie or a 200-pound truck driver?
Are you going to protect my honor or not?
I shouldn't be fighting with a bad appendix.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm a fair guy. I won't hit you in the appendix if you won't hit me in the nose.
Okay. Then I won't hit you in the nose if you don't hit me in the mouth. Okay?
Okay, but now wait a minute. I won't hit you in the mouth if you don't hit me in the eye.
Oh, that don't leave us too much to hit.
You know, come to think of it, you're right. You know, maybe we shouldn't fight.
Yeah, that's probably best. Let's
How
not
about
fight.
the fare? The meter is running.
All right, don't get panicky.
Don't get
worry
panicky.
about it. I'll take care of it, pal.
Oh, that's great. You're going to take care of my kid.
I'll take you to the hospital in my truck.
Thanks, buddy.
It's a 10-cent tip.
What you see is what you get.
Can I help you, handsome stranger?
Yes, young lady.
Anyone that calls me young lady gets anything he wants.
Really? Well, I wanted a little gift for a young lady who deserves a big gift.
Well, what do you have? Do you have anything particular in mind?
Yes, but not until after I give her the gift.
What's the occasion?
No particular occasion. It's for my girlfriend, Gloria. I call her Glorious Gloria. Well, she's the only one who ever has her own cab fare.
Could you tell me something like, what is she like?
Well, actually, I don't know. We haven't had too many conversations.
Sure. Woo! One of those physical relationships, probably a lot of hugging and kissing.
Yes. Well, don't lose your cool.
Don't lose your cool. You sound just like my mother. Don't lose your cool. Don't show him you care. Show who you care. What who? Show who. There is no who. There is no one. You know, I'm telling you, there is no one. If you only knew what I went through. Do you see anything you... I mean, in the way of jewelry.
Well, I was looking for something unusual, exciting, and easy to pawn.
Earrings. How about earrings? Does she have pierced ears?
No, but she got a bone in her nose.
Then you'll only need one.
Yes.
Of course. How about this solid gold cockroach? That'll get her right where she lives.
You been there? How much is that?
$12.
$12. You gonna sell me a jive cockroach for $12? ridiculous. $12 for a cockroach? I mean, it's really not a matter of money. I mean, but, well, Gloria deserves more than a cockroach. I mean, I want to take her something so when she sees it, she'll say, Freddie, you better cut that out.
Then you had better speak to Mr. Butterworth. He handles all our more expensive merchandise.
Yeah.
Just a moment. Mr. Butterworth!
Mr. Butterworth!
We have a live one!
A live one!
Oh, there, Miss Needleman. I'll handle this. Be back in 5 minutes.
Oh, great. I can go to the dentist.
Say, weren't you in here just a couple of weeks ago to buy something for Lucille?
That's right. That's Gloria's sister.
And last week for a girl named Mildred?
That's a cousin.
What if Gloria finds out?
She did. That's why I'm in here.
How about a hat pin?
No, I can't give her anything she could use as a weapon. No, Gloria goes for the eyes.
You know what I do? Every year I give my wife a charm for her bracelet.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only charm she has. Now, how about the... Oh, have I got it. The famous ruby of Aconcagua. It's called the Ruby of Lovers.
The Ruby of Lovers. Is that more valuable than the Ruby of Begonia?
There is no comparison. There is a famous legend connected with this ruby.
Oh, what was the name of that other place?
Aconcagua.
Yeah.
Legend has it that many, many moons ago, a beautiful Aztec maiden named Acafu.
Acafu? She doesn't sound like an Aztec to me.
Her father traveled a lot. Anyway, there she was, in the moonlight, in the forest, in the bushes, in the dark.
In the moonlight, in the forest, in the bushes, in the dark. You better cut that out.
There she waited for her lover, Akabu.
Akabu, I heard of him before.
Yeah. The tribal law said it was taboo for Akafu to be out that late.
Akafu had a curfew?
Curfew was her uncle.
This is ridiculous.
The lovers kept their rendezvous, but warriors captured the lovers and subjected them to the fire torture.
Ah, the fire torture. Yeah. What was that like?
Well, for 2 days and 2 nights, they stood locked in close embrace.
Last chance, huh?
And the heat of their love burned them up. But all that was left was this ruby.
Oh.
Shall I wrap it up?
No, that's all right. I think I'll take the cockroach, and Gloria and I start a legend of our own. I'd like to thank my wonderful guest, Miss Joan Rivers.